Come on, lay down. Hey, what you doing? Up, lay down, lay down. Stop. Stop. Lay down.
Team deathmatch. Eradicate all threats. Time to get lean and mean.
Get down, comrades! They have me pinned up.
We're down, but
It's all
not
over
out.
now. There's no fight.
We have the lead. Keep it up.
Or where?
You're dead. I am its messenger.
We're falling behind.
It's all over now. There's no fight.
Lead's ours. They're driving us back.
There's no hiding from my aim.
We took the advantage. They called a care package.
What? Chewing on our ear.
There's no hiding from my aim.
Not even my birthday. Improvisation is the spice of life.
Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus, dog.
Hostile recon spotted. Friendly bombing run inbound.
My scope sees everything.
They got a care package en route.
spy plane.
Oh, that looked like it hurt.
Hostiles are scraping us!
There's no hiding from my aim. It's all over now.
Teammate called a firebombing run. Heads up.
My scope sees everything. My scope sees everything.
Friendly, sending a glide bomb. Hell of a job, lads. Points are on me. Patrol, take the objective. You're in the thick of it now. The lead's ours. Hold on to it. Contact at the patrol zone.
Scope sees everything.
Kill. They have the patrol zone. They got recon in the sky.
I am its messenger.
Patrol zone secured.
All over now.
Friendly, sending a glide bomb. Contact! Hostile firebombs incoming! Patrol zone out!
Let me pin down, comrades!
They have the patrol zone. Hostile recon mission aloft.
You fell into the hole you dug yourself.
Flamethrower sighted. Watch out. Enemy running recon. They got eyes in the sky.
My scope sees everything.
They got recon in the sky. Hostile bombers inbound! Hostile recon in the air. Fire! Locals are ratting us out.
Scope sees everything.
Control zone secured. Enemy recon on flyby.
My scope sees everything.
Kill. Contact to the control zone. Hostile recon spotted. They have the patrol zone. Heads up, enemy glide bomb coming hot. Enemy running recon. They got eyes in the sky.
Two out at once.
Contact to the patrol zone. Enemy recon on flyby. Hardpoint confirmed. Hardpoint. Move out and secure the objective. Take your time and remember to think. Hardpoint activated. Contact at the hardpoint. They got recon in the sky. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint activated. Hardpoint is ours.
Ah, good try, dog. I am not deaf. I am its messenger.
Recon sweeping the sector.
There's no hiding from my aim.
We took the advantage. Recon airborne. Eyes up. Hardpoint confirmed.
There's no hiding from my aim.
Hardpoint activated. Enemy has the hard.
Call it a comeback.
Hardpoint is ours. Contact at the hardpoint. We got recon aloft. The enemy has taken the hardpoint.
There's no hiding from my aim.
Contact at the hardpoint. Cover your aim. Enemy followed.
Fucking whore.
Hardpoint confirmed.
Watch it.
They're driving us back.
I am not deaf.
Contact at the hardpoint.
I am
Hardpoint
its messenger.
activated. The lead's ours. Hold on to it. Recon plane cleared for mission.
Not too bad.
We lost the hardpoint. Allies
Lovely. My scope sees everything.
Hardpoint confirmed. Recon airborne. Eyes up. Hardpoint activated. Hardpoint is ours. We got recon aloft.
My scope sees everything.
The enemy is taking the hard point. Hard point's under fire. We control the hard point. Recon aloft. We got eyes.
There's no hiding from my aim.
Double kill. Hard point confirmed. Contact with the hard point. Hard point activated. Keep the momentum. Enemy has the hard point.
I am not death. I am its messenger. There's no hiding. It's all over now.
Enemy has the hard point. You managed to impress me. Good job, all.
78?
Recon
Where
plane
the
scanning
fuck
the
did
area.
that even come from?
All at once! Love it! Six at a time! Not too bad.
Taking domination. Defend the objective. We're dug in at Charlie. Smoke going out. Taking Able. Able is ours.
I am its messenger.
Charlie is
It's
lost.
all over now.
We dug in at Baker.
I am its messenger.
Baker is lost. Hostile counter recon aloft. Enemy recon on flyby.
One shot is all I need. I am not dead. It's all over now.
Allied mortar fire inbound. Capturing Charlie. Allies sending troops your way. Securing Charlie. Charlie, locked down.
I am its messenger.
Charlie is
It's
lost.
all over now.
Capturing Charlie. Closing with Baker.
There's no hiding from my aim. Why waste ammo when you can take two out at once? I am not dead. I am its messenger.
Throwing Molotov. Losing objective Able. Throwing smoke. The enemy has total domination. Push back.
My spokesman.
Capturing Able. Being watched. Dug in at Able. Do it for me. Recon aloft. We got eyes. Smoke going out. Closing with Charlie.
There's no hiding from my aim.
Double kill.
I am not dead.
Charlie is out. They're taking.
There's no point in wasting ammo.
Glide bomber assist coming in.
There's no. I can't move. Fire is so heavy.
They're taking Baker.
There's no hiding from my aim. I am not dead. I am its messenger.
Losing objective Baker. Pull yourselves up. We're lagging.
I am not dead. I am its messenger. There's no hiding from my aim.
We hold Able.
I am its messenger.
Securing Baker. We hold Baker. They're taking Baker.
we gotta sniper battle it out. Hell yeah. I'm down.
It's all over now.
That sucks, but I'm down.
Losing objective Charlie. Watch your heads, shells falling.
There you go.
My scope sees everything.
They're taking Charlie.
I am not dead. I am its messenger.
They got recon in the sky.
Yeah, I agree with the goddamn smoke.
Stuck in eight. Closing with Baker.
It's all over now. I am not death. I am
Losing
its
objective
messenger.
Able. Recon plane scanning the area.
People in one spot.
Got an enemy glide bomb on the way.
Fire is too heavy. One shot is all I need.
Taking Baker. Mortars incoming. Get out.
Waste ammo when
I
you can
shot that dude in the balls. That shit's funny. Oh shit, I'm getting good at this bobbing and weaving bullshit. That this gun naturally fucking does because it's so damn heavy.
Capturing Baker.
Oh shit, very careful. Wouldn't even waste my time.
Losing objective Baker.
My scope sees everything.
Yeah. It's okay. Hey, supplies. Where'd they go? Alright, here's supplies for me.
It's full of grabbing supplies.
I don't even need this shit, but whatever.
Closing with
What
Baker.
the XD? Wait, didn't I hit that guy?
Baker is
Fucking
ours.
hell.
I am its messenger. Grabbing supplies.
Not our round.
One shot is all I need.
Nah. Should've slid.
All objectives secure. Dig in.
Got the supplies. My scope sees everything.
Baker is
All
overrun.
over now.
Losing objective Able. Enemy bombers coming up.
Oh shit. Alright, that one.
Losing objective Baker. Recon plane cleared for mission. They're sending mortar shells.
They are.
Don't just let them take it.
There you go, last place. Jesus. That'd have been funny if I got play of the game. I mean, I didn't do it. 2 kills with a play of the game? Really? I got fucking more than 2 kills. I got 3 in a row. Wait, did I get a triple? I got 3. Alright, look out. Yeah, well, you don't have to get down. Just look out. Right there. Guard the chair. Sweetie boy. Alright, get down, buddy. I'm gonna take the whole couch. Kill beast. Okay.
Kill confirmed. Subdue all threats. Let's hope no skills. The lead's ours.
Oh, little Rupert.
There's no hiding from my aim.
Look. Arr! I think I was like pretty good on the fucking lead there if he wouldn't have died. Maybe. We'll never know. I'll never know. Come on, go through the goddamn fence, boy. Oh, I was gonna say, someone in a fucking tree. I hate when I see people in a fucking tree. I'll specifically switch guns just so I can use an automatic and fucking go after that bitch. What the fuck that guy do? Oh, did we flip already? Damn it, I just made it to the other side. Still got a guy right here sniping? No. Great.
The fire is too heavy.
There he was. Need a big fat chunky fucker too.
Friendly package inbound.
Oh, fuck, I thought I was going. Did I shoot between his legs? Guess that'd be funny.
Another kill confirmed. Good work, soldier.
My scope sees everything.
Damn it. Stupid rock. Alright, you get him. Bring back music television. Remember when MTV used to play music? I remember when MTV started. That's how fucking old I am. I mean, what was that, 81? Well, I guess maybe I don't remember it. Because that would have put me at 3. Oop. I guess I was around when MTV started. I guess I don't remember it. I specifically remember when Beavis and Butthead started, though. Wait, is that a guy over there?
There's no hiding. I am not dead. I am...
And pop quiz, what was the first song? What was the first music video on MTV? Such a fucking easy one, too.
Heads up, enemy glide bomb coming in hot.
Wait a minute. Okay, no, we didn't flip.
There's no hiding from my hand.
First music video on MTV was Video Killed the Radio Star. I've had that as a trivia question so many fucking times that I cannot forget it. Kind of like, what does WD-40 stand for? I'll never forget that either. Go ahead. What does what WD-40 stand for? Actually, I only had this question one fucking time, but I've never forgot it. And I don't use WD-40. Specifically for what the fucking name means. Like, when I want a lubricant of some sort, I don't want WD-40. I want anything. Ballistol, that's a local company here. Ballistol, PB Blaster, PB Blaster really is like my go-to. Not a fan of WD-40. Stands for water displacement 40th attempt. And that's why I don't use it, because I don't need to displace water. I need to unstick rusty bolts or, you know, protect metal or something of that nature. I don't need water displacement. If I need some sort of lubricant, the water displacement it's already long and gone. Jesus, man, where the fuck are they all at? There's
It's
one.
all over now.
Oh, shit! Yeah, the WD-40 just displaces water. It doesn't fucking loosen rusty bolts. It doesn't penetrate. It's not a penetrating oil. Actually, any gun oil I'll take over fucking WD-40. Because that actually is supposed to be a penetrating oil. That's why you use it for your guns, because it's supposed to penetrate the metal and protect the metal from rust. As opposed to WD-40, you use it before the rust, but it still doesn't do anything. It just displaces water. Which, guess I'm like a fucking like maintenance snob or any kind of like Mr. Fix-It type snob, because if they're like, oh, just get some WD-40, I just start laughing like, I gotta know what the fuck they're talking about. Because no fucking good maintenance type person I know ever used WD-40. It was always something better. Like even Ballistol, that shit, it's non-toxic. Like literally, when they give you a demonstration, like, well, it's from around here, so, well, it's from close to here. And when they do like demonstrations, they'll just like spray it right in their mouth and swallow it because it's non-toxic. But that shit's better than fucking WD-40. And I don't really like Ballistol that much, really. I like PB Blaster. That shit's shit. Oh, what the fuck? I pulled the trigger twice and it didn't go off.
Well played and well earned.
Like I pulled a trigger 4 times after the game. Still went off. Oh, we won another one. 5 and 11. Damn, that's horrible. I can't remember what the other shit that I use. Like, what's the... I've never used... Well... No. That's a different thing. Well, no, I guess Croyle. I think that's like lanolin. That'll protect metal. It's not exactly the best at like a penetrating oil. What the fuck else do I use? PB Blaster. I don't even remember. It's been so long since I've even been at a hardware store, let alone looked at the fucking penetrating oils. I know PB Blaster works fucking badass. Like, you throw that shit on there and give it like a half hour to settle and shit. It's so much better than most anything that you could find. WD-40, won't use that shit. Your doors creaking on your fucking car. Fuck WD-40, especially where I live. You spray WD-40 on there, the salt, the corrosion, the sand, it's all going to be attracted right to that fucking shit. And what, like your hinge or whatever that you sprayed it on, it's gonna be fucking 10 times worse. You get sand and salt and corrosion and shit in there, and you just keep working the door and shit. It's just gonna like it's an abrasive. It becomes an abrasive, and then like you just fuck up your fucking hinges. So yeah, go buy new hinges then, fucker. PB Blaster, kind of the same. Anything wet will attract sand and corrosion and salt and shit around here, but at least PB Blaster, that shit actually penetrates and shit. With WD-40, like, you might as well just like get a garden hose and fucking spray shit with your garden hose.
The leader. We're down, but not out. Team deathmatch. Eradicate all threats.
Screwing around with
Win
this damn.
or lose.
I don't even need the sniper. I already fucking did all the snipers that I need to get done. This is the last sniper.
They're driving us back.
I just love using a sniper. It's just so much fucking fun.
There's no hiding from my aim.
I blew up a car with this gun.
I am not dead.
Damn, bitch. Ah, fuck! I thought I had him. Oh yeah, no, I don't see detail at all, man. Like, that's why I usually use a scope, because I can't see shit off in the distance. Right now I'm using a 4x scope. I still really can't see, it's a 4.8, so
Heads up.
like if
Enemy
I zoom
glide
in, I
bomb
can
coming
go
in
to 8x, but oh, come on, Jesus.
hot. Allied airdrop on the way.
Oh.
I am not death. I am its messenger.
Messenger. I also find it hilarious that my character is a chick that sounds just like my boss.
Hostile recon spotted. Box here. Got the supplies.
Where's it?
There's no hiding from my
Enemy's got
Boom,
glide
bitch.
bomb incoming.
Got the supplies.
Whoa, did you see her hair fly? From the impact of the bullet, her hair like went flying. That's funny fucking shit, man. I never noticed shit like that until I noticed it.
My scope sees everything.
4.
No point in wasting ammo.
There's one.
Enemy recon on flyby.
Oh,
There's no hiding from my
what was that? Nope. Fuck. Holy
Get
shit.
back in the fight.
Guy like tried to take a bullet for me and failed.
Got an enemy glide bomb on the way. Mortars incoming. Get out. Enemy has bombers on the way.
Yeah, I never
Allied
played,
My scope sees everything.
I never played any first-person shooter games until Call of Duty.
That was rough.
I played Warzone, and that was my first one, then Cold War was my second one, and Modern Warfare was my third, and then Vanguard was my fourth. So I'm like completely out of my element. I would play like Grand Theft Auto and shit. And that's auto aim. It makes it so much easier. Popular images. Hey, what's that? I'm not gonna click on it, but The last one was some pretty hot redhead chick. And it took me a couple minutes to notice, like, she had... It wasn't a revealing shirt, but you could totally see her one boob, like, hanging down pretty far. Weird. I haven't even got Modern Warfare 2 yet. You can start playing it in, well, I say 5 days, but technically 4 days on the 20th. I still think this is fucking Saturday until I go to sleep. Well, that's early play, because I think it's like, what,
New patrol zone
2
authorized. Patrol.
weeks
Dig in
from
and
like a
hold the
day
objective.
ago, or
Time to get
2
lean
days ago?
and
Okay,
mean.
no aiming.
We're in the lead.
It's all over now.
They have the patrol zone. Lead is lost. Fight back.
There's no hiding from my bomb.
Sticky bomb, didn't you?
Feel better now?
Yeah, that's how I've always done it. Well, especially back in the day, because I used to work at a restaurant, and I didn't get off work until like 1 o'clock in the morning. Which meant
There's
I
no
wasn't
hiding from my bomb.
going to sleep until like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, something
It's
like
all
that.
over now.
My rule was I had to go to sleep before the sun came up, though. Because I hate when you wake up and the sun's up. Or when you're going to sleep and the sun's up.
Patrol zone secured.
Yeah, bitches love the gram.
There's no hiding from my
What the fuck? I don't mind seeing the sun come up, but I better have been asleep before that happened. Alright,
Hostiles took the patrol zone.
My spokes is a kill all
Contact
over
at the
my
patrol zone. Allies calling a mortar barrage. Enemy counter recon plane overhead.
My spokes is a
Need defense at the patrol zone.
I am its messenger.
Hostiles took the patrol zone. Allied mortar fire inbound. Need defense at the patrol zone.
I am its messenger. There's no hiding from my
We got an empty patrol zone.
My spokes. I am not dead.
Nah, I'm not doing construction. Done that in a while.
We took the advantage. They have the patrol zone.
My spokes is a
Patrol zone is ours. We're falling behind.
all over now.
No, I still love construction and shit, but no. I don't know. I've got a really fucking pushy job right now, and that's sticking with. For right now, anyway. Well, shit, in like a month or two, it's gonna be 2 years. So.
Hostiles took the patrol zone. Allies calling a mortar barrage. Patrol zone is
But
ours.
I don't know, like
ours.
my job now, I don't know. I mean, I really like it. Like it's super. I mean, everything about it is super fucking simple. Like every single thing. But everybody got COVID. So it's just me and the boss that were opening and closing every day for 2 weeks. And she just really liked how I do things. So she just kind of put me on something that I really like doing. The easiest, I think it's the easiest part of the job. Nobody likes doing it. Which is so weird, because it's so easy. I don't understand why people don't want to fucking do it. But, bloodthirsty bitch! Do it! Fucking A! Deal with those fucking mortars, whore. But it's like the easiest part of the job. I mean, it's the most intense. I stay busy all day. I don't take a break. I don't take a lunch. I don't do anything. I'm there from the time I get there to the time I leave. Like, I don't leave until my entire job is done. But, I don't know. Nobody else likes doing the job. That's another part why I love it, though. Because nobody else likes it. I've always liked jobs that nobody else likes doing. So...
They have the patrol zone.
And my boss just loves me. Like, I mean, like I said, it's not a difficult job whatsoever. But, I don't know. She likes me. I like doing the job. Oh, fuck the hell. And, I don't know, it's just super simple. I have easy hours. Well, it's not even easy. I guess it is easy hours. I can stay up as late as I want to, and I can still make it to work on time, because I don't have to be there at like 9 or 6 o'clock in the morning, or any crazy crap like that. I get out, like, at a decent time. Like, she also, it came time to get a raise, and she, like, bumped me up a bunch of levels. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, okay, we'll give you a raise. She was like, we're going to give you a raise, and then another raise, and then there's another raise on top of that, and another raise. So I went from, like, not making very much at all to, like, it's not that bad. I mean, it is that bad for where I live, but it's not that bad for just general sense. Like, if I lived in... I don't know, anywhere not where I live, it would actually be pretty decent pay, but where I live, it's not that fucking good. But, like what is it called, the damn standard of living is so high here that, you know, just, like, minimum wage jobs. Or, well, McDonald's is hiring for $15 an hour, starting. Like, have no experience, no nothing, and they're like, yeah, come on in, we'll give you $15 an hour. And it has nothing to do with that $15 an hour minimum wage stuff. It has everything to do with the standard of living. Like, well, I haven't been out of here for... Oh, jeez, man. Well, I mean, I went to Canada, but besides that, like... The last time I took a road trip was 2013, January 2013. I went to Florida, and we left, and I went to fast food places, and I'm like, holy shit, everything's so cheap! Like, it's so much cheaper, because, like, we went to, this was 2013, but, like, Wendy's, the spicy chicken sandwich, I'm like, it's not $10 for a fucking, you know, a meal kind of thing. I mean, it is now again, but like back in 2013, it wasn't. But back then, like, it was like $10 here, and then you go anywhere else, and it was like $6.
Enemy counter recon plane overhead. They have the patrol zone.
My scope is everywhere.
Fuck. Wait, what's the A? COLA, cost of living adjustment?
Hostiles took the patrol zone.
Oh, look, they're starting to camp because they're so pissed off. What the fuck? I'm just running around shooting people. I'm not trying to, like, not die. It's just so funny. I do the same shit and people start pulling out launchers. Oh, I just, okay, yeah.
Savor the victory. Right, rest up. Get some chow.
Oh, yeah, well, I started working at 5 1/4. Wait, it might have been $5. I'm pretty sure it was 5 1/4. And that was in 95, I think, in Pennsylvania. And then I made it all the way to $8 an hour. It was so many raises. That was from when I was like 16 till I was 21. I made it all the way to $18 an hour. And then, oh yeah, well, I was a dishwasher too. I started off at like, I think it was 5 1/4. When I made it all the way up to $8 an hour. And then when I moved here, that's why I moved here, because I got offered a job for $10 an hour. And I was like, hell yeah, live at the beach and make $2 more an hour? Let's do it. And then I had no clue that the standard of living was so much higher, man. Like, the minimum house here is like 300 grand. Well, it was. Like, that was 2005, so I'm sure it's gone up a lot. But it was like 300 grand for a house. In Pennsylvania, you can get a house for 30 grand. That's a freaking car. You can't even buy a... When I tried... Last time I tried to buy a vehicle was 2000... It must have been 2006. Like, a brand new... That's the last... Well, yeah, the last time I tried to buy a brand new vehicle. I'll never try to do it again. But it was 2006. And I was trying to buy a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, and it was like $58,000. That's like almost double what I could buy a house for in Pennsylvania. I mean, you're not going to be in the best neighborhood. It's not going to be the best house. It's going to be built like almost 100 years ago, but it's a fucking house. You know, like, you can't complain about that. I move here, it's like 300 grand minimum. This fucking house was 330,000. It's just a little shit box, man. It's not that great.
If I look intimidating,
we took the advantage.
Yeah, I'm what year is this? Yeah, I'm 44.
Securing Baker. Move on the objective. This will be intense. I hope you came prepared. We're dug in at Baker. Losing objective Baker.
Yeah, I graduated in 96. And in 96 I was in college and I was still 17. Well, I also graduated. Well, I didn't graduate early. I like almost didn't even make it out of high school. Actually, it's what my mom said was her biggest accomplishment, was getting me out of high school. Which she didn't really do anything. She was just there while I did it.
Recon flight mission deployed.
Oh, Ruz, go to Susie's Facebook or whatever you message her on and wish her a happy birthday. It's her birthday on the 15th, which I guess technically for me was yesterday. Oh, hell yeah.
Losing objective Charlie.
The house I grew up in was built in the 20s, I believe. It was a really decent house, except for like the roof leak, and me, my brother-in-law, and his best friend went to Pennsylvania in 2011 and fixed it all. Like rebuilt the entire roof and shit, and we re-shingled the entire thing, but we rebuilt like half the roof too. That was a big ass roof. It took quite a long time to get done. But it's mainly because it was just like surface area and pitch and all that shit. We actually had to put down toe boards and shit, like that's how steep the angles were. Which is good for snow, so it like just rolls off. Shit. But, yeah. But that was, I mean, it's a pretty decent house. I mean, I wouldn't want to live in Pennsylvania, but I mean, the house itself is pretty cool. Although the coolest house, was my grandma's house. She bought the governor, the mayor? I forgot. She bought, like, some politician's house. Like, obviously the guy was dead for a while, but it was in, like, this bad section of town. But it was, like, one of the coolest houses I've ever seen. It was 3 stories. I have no clue how many bedrooms. The top floor had, like, 4 or 5 bedrooms on it. The middle floor had probably, like, 6 or 8 bedrooms or something like that. It was so cool. They had a secret door. Like, in the kitchen, there was a pantry, and you open up the pantry, and, like, there was a rack, you pull out the rack, and it was like a door, and it would open up, and there was a stairwell behind it. So cool, man. I love that. What I always said was, I mean, it was such a bad area. Like, if I could take that entire house and just take it, the whole thing, instead of the basement and everything, take the entire house, even the garage and all that shit, and move it to a different place, it would be one of the ultimate houses. It was just so cool. I love that house. But it was like right in the middle. It used to be like a very prominent white neighborhood. And then, well, it became a minority neighborhood. And, not that that's a bad thing, but the crime was crazy there. Like, my dad had a store 2 streets over. And, like, everything would get broken into, windows busted out, like, it was just crazy. And he was selling beauty supplies. Like, it's not even like people, it's not like a desirable thing. I mean, maybe for a couple people, but not a majority of the people that would cause crime. What, do you want to go buy a wig or some shit?
There's no hiding from my aim.
Get some hair dye for your beard or something? I don't know.
It's all over.
Baker is overrun.
West ammo when you...
Oh, shit.
Taking Baker.
What?
Baker is ours.
I am its messenger.
Dude, that sounds cool as hell. I want pictures. That sounds cool as shit. When I was younger, one of my dad's buddies, he couldn't finish his house, so he just had the basement done, and it was like underground, and
Grenade!
it was underground, and it was supposed to have like an actual house over top of it, but it was like a cozy little house. They ended up building the entire house because while we were hunting, his wife was cooking something with a fryer, and I guess the oil wasn't cooled down, and she poured it in into a container, and it caught fire, and then she used water on a grease fire, which you're not supposed to do because that doesn't put it out. It just causes it to like really go nuts, and it burned down the entire place. So like while we're with him, his house burned down, which sucked for him. But in the long run, insurance paid for the whole house to get done. But the downstairs area that he lived in was so badass because it always was like 68 degrees. Middle of the summer, it's 100 degrees out, 68 degrees. The winter time, it's like, you know, I don't know, 10 degrees, 0 degrees, something like that. It was 68 degrees. Like, it was always 68 degrees in that house. It's so cool.
Friendly bombing run on the way. Allied glide bomber on the way.
Ugh. Oh yeah, don't mess around with the grease. Oh, holy shit, millionaire's bunker. Hell yeah, with an indoor pool. I've always wanted an indoor pool. That would be so, well, especially if you live where it's like, where it gets actually cold and snows and shit. That would be awesome. As long as it was separated from the house. I don't want it like in like the house, because I don't want all that humidity going into the house. But then again, like if it's 68 degrees in there, you wouldn't need a heater. You could just keep it 68 all year long. All year long, that would be pretty cool.
Baker is lost.
But the bunkers are cool as shit. Millionaire, that's hilarious. That's ballin' when you got your own runway. Holy shit, it's one thing if you own a plane and you're renting a hangar and stuff, but you have your own runway and shit, that means you probably have a hangar. That's ballin' right there. I mean, if you can fly. If you're paying a pilot to do it, then that's just a lot of money, but that's like having a butler, except like instead of like cleaning up after you, he just flies you around and stuff. Oh yeah, Russ, so tonight I let my dogs out, and then I go to let them back in, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, when I open the door, usually Rue just comes running, like immediately, like she has to be right by my side, this one right here, my little redhead. She has to be like right by my side at all times. So when I open the door, she comes running. So I open the door and she doesn't come running. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm like, hey Rue, where you at? She's not coming. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, man, this is so weird. Like, why isn't she coming? I'm calling Capri. I'm like, Capri, where are you at? She's not coming. I'm like, what the hell is going on, man? Like, they're always, well, Rue is always like right next to me. Capri will take a while to come. Like, I have to call her a few times before she comes. None of them are coming. I'm like, what the hell? And I like walk over because I have a deck, and then I knocked out some pickets, and there's like a dog. There used to be a dog kennel, but but I put it up around the deck, and there's lattice under the deck, so they can't get out that way. And then the dog fence, or the dog kennel, like, holds them in. And there's a gate on it and shit, which I always worry that I mean, the only person that could really do it would be my next door neighbor, and I don't think she'd ever even come on my property, let alone fuck with me like that. But I always worry about it anyway, especially because they don't even have a collar, let alone like tags or anything like that. But anyway, I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like, screw it. I go back inside. I grab my flashlight because the light doesn't shine off of the deck. I put 2 boss steps down so like they can just pop down on the steps and go off the deck. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? So, as I'm coming over there, all I can see in the darkness is little Rue, the little redhead, who's like blends in the dark, and she's got a possum in her mouth. I'm like, what the hell? Turns out it wasn't like a full-grown possum, but it wasn't a newborn possum. It was somewhere, it was like, I don't know, under a year old or something like that. I'm betting that Kepri got the damn possum, and there was no blood on it, so I think it, like, Kepri, like, snapped its neck or something like that. Hang on, I gotta fucking take a piss, too. I think she, like, snapped the possum's neck, and, poor little fucking thing. I saw Rue with it in her mouth. I'm like, drop that, what are you doing? And she dropped it right on the steps. And I'm like, come on, get up here, get up here. And she finally came up, and I got her into the house. And then I finally got Kepri to come up. Kepri, like, really wasn't interested in the possum, which was weird. Kepri's always the one that goes off the deck. Rue almost never goes off the deck, which is why I think Kepri killed the possum. And Rue always steals things, like all the bones, from Kepri. So that's why I think, like, Kepri killed it, and then Rue stole it off of Kepri. And this poor little thing, I thought it was still alive. I'm like, oh, drop it, get up here. And I got the dog up there and got her into the house. And then I got Kepri up and into the house. And I went over with the flashlight and looked, and that thing was not breathing at all. I felt so bad for the little thing, man. But it wasn't a cottonmouth, which is fucking awesome. Because Deevee, the best pit bull ever. She killed at least 2 cottonmouths that I know of, and like a bunch of black snakes, like 5-foot long black snakes, like all kind of shit. She killed. I don't even want to think about these little dogs going up against like a cottonmouth. That would suck. I don't know how Deevee made it up against a cottonmouth. Because all she had to do was get tagged one time by that fucking snake, and she's fucking dead. Because the chances of me getting anti-venom at the hospital are slim to none, let alone a dog getting anti-venom. So pretty much if she would have got bit, that would have been a dead dog. And the first time, I recorded the aftermath on my channel. Actually, I got rid of the snake immediately because, you know, even when they're dead, their fangs still have venom on them, or in them. And, like, when I found, like, because I was like, what the fuck's taking these dogs so long? It was Kara, my white dog, and Deevee. And I'm like, not this white dog. It was a Brittany Spaniel. I'm like, what's taking these dogs so long? And I walk over there to the same spot I looked at today, and I look down, and underneath this, I think it's a gardenia, there was this dead snake laying upside down with its mouth wide open, and my white dog, Kara, was just licking the mouth this way, like licking the fangs, but backwards. And I'm like, get the fuck away from that thing! Get the fuck off there! I was like freaking the hell out. And she's just sitting there like, what? It's a dead thing. I like dead things. And she's just like licking the fangs of this fucking snake. I thought for sure she was going to die. But nothing ever happened to either one of them. It was fucking insane. But luckily so far nothing has happened to these two, so. I actually thought about putting up like a barrier to keep them from going off the deck just so they don't have to worry. Because I've seen cottonmouth like all throughout the year, seen them on the deck yet. Well, I've also lived here for 17? Yeah, 17 years. Holy shit, since 2005. Wow, 17. Shit, that's insane. Because me and my sister moved in here, and then my sister got a boyfriend, and then he moved in here, and then she decided she was going to move out, so she bought a house and moved out. Actually, there you go. That was only like 180,000 at the time. That was like 2000. Well, no, they got married 3307. Yeah, so that was '06. Wow, so she was only here for like a year and a half, and then she moved out. Yeah, because '06, like in the summertime, she moved out and moved into her own house. She paid like 180 grand for it, but that was across the bridge. It was like 15, maybe 20 minutes away. And uh holy shit. Put as what? Oh shit, fuck yeah. Dude, that's a fucking man right there. Jesus. Holy hell. I never had a problem with widows. They're all over the place here. When I was doing pools, every single pump room that you went into had widows in there. I never even killed them. Like, I'd just be like, oh, there's a widow nest, like, right here in the corner. And I wouldn't go over there. I just leave them alone. They would leave me alone. Just like when with my greenhouse, I would have wasps that would come in there. Well, they'll pollinate shit for you. So I was like, fuck it. I never fucked with them. They didn't fuck with me until the day they fucked with me. One, actually, I was wearing a bandana just like this, and one landed right here, like right at the top of my forehead, and fucking stung me right on the forehead. And I was like, all right, truce is off, bitch. Like that night I went out and I took out every single nest. I forget what I used, like an oar or something. I went out there and like there was like 5 or 6 of them, and I went out there, bam, that nest is down. Bam, that nest is down. I took out every single one of them. I was like, fuck you. Like we had a truce going, you broke the truce. War's on then. And then I didn't let them. Well, actually, I think I did let them come back after that. But that pissed me the fuck off. But I've never been fucked with by a widow. Come to think of it, I'd probably do the same thing though. That's pretty smart. Did anything happen to him? Was he all good? And which reminds me, Blumberg, oh my god, he's told so many stories about like waking up and like feeling something like on the back of his neck or something like that. And it was not a widow, but it was a brown recluse, like just popped down from the ceiling and like ended up getting behind his like on his neck and shit like that. Like well in his bed. Like ugh, that just drives me crazy. His wound got blackish. But nothing happened to him? Like he didn't get really sick or anything like that? My cousin got bit by a widow, and I think he was sick for like 2 weeks. I don't think like he had to do anything. I think he was just sick for 2 weeks. Yeah. Fucking Blumberg's an animal, man. He was always doing shit like that. Like he actually made me paranoid because we got brown recluse here, and I don't think I know I've had to seen one, but I do not ever remember seeing one. Like I don't know for a fact that I've seen one. I know they're here, and I forget what it is. Like I thought it was they were shaped like a fiddle, but I think it's they have a fiddle shape on their back or something. I know the widows they have a red hourglass on. I think it's on the underbelly But the brown recluse, it's something with a fiddle. And I don't ever remember seeing a spider with like a fiddle anything. Shaped like a fiddle shape, or they look fuzzy and super small. Maybe I saw them then? I don't know. I've seen a lot of super fuzzy small spiders. I don't know. I mean, I know they're around here. I mean, well, people tell me all the time, like, "Oh my God, I almost got bit by one." Well, there you go. When I first moved here, I got a job doing maintenance, and like literally one of the first jobs I had, or no, it was probably like my second day or third day or something. It was within the first week, and we had a storm that came through. Oh right, no, yeah, it was within the first week because the third day I came, there was a nor'easter. I moved here April the 10th, or yeah, April 10th. I moved here in 2000, and I woke up the next day. Oh, I got here in the middle of the night. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I got out of my truck, and I came from Pennsylvania, and it was like it just snowed, and I got here, and I get out, and I'm like, dude, this is shorts weather in the middle of the night. This is fucking awesome. And like I was like in love. I'm like, I love North Carolina. It's so much better than Pennsylvania. Like it's fucking April, like the beginning of April, and it's fucking awesome out, man, in the middle of the night. And the next day, like I get up and it's so warm. It was like 70 degrees. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. Like it was just snowing in Pennsylvania when I left, and now it's freaking warm as shit. Like, this is great. The very next day, got a nor'easter came through. It was like fucking 40 degrees with like 60-mile-an-hour winds. It was so fucking cold because it was that wet cold, because it was wind coming right off the ocean, blowing like all that humidity right at you, which I don't know. I still maintain here with the moisture and shit, the humidity, it is so much colder than Pennsylvania in the mountains where it's like a dry cold, whereas here it's a wet cold. So fucking crazy. And but yeah, after that nor'easter, one of my jobs was go to the houses and pick up all the debris, like shingles fell off roofs, garbage cans got knocked over. There's garbage all through people's yards, and I was working for a rental agency that rented vacation homes. So I'm like going around, and I remember I started at one spot and I picked up a bunch of shingles. It was like 4 or 5 shingles. And then I'm like walking around this entire house the whole way around. I'm picking up like garbage, debris, just dumb shit like that. I get all the way back to my truck to throw all this stuff in the back of my truck. And I look, and there was a black widow like 2 inches from my finger. I just remember like, holy shit. I'm like in my mind, like at the time, I was like, I almost got bit by a black widow. And now looking back, I'm like, I don't know. If you don't fuck with them, they're not gonna fuck with you. I mean, you can say that until the day you get bit, and then they fucked with you. So, but I remember that specifically. It was like within the first week of me moving here, I'm like, holy shit. And I remember, no, I don't remember the first time I saw a cottonmouth, but I remember seeing a cottonmouth at one point going, holy shit. Like they only get like 5 feet long, but those fuckers will get like that big around. They are so fucking fat. Like you do not want to fuck with one of those fat. Like they are insane. I have that picture somewhere. When we drove to Colorado, we stopped, I'm pretty sure it was in New Mexico. It wasn't Albuquerque because I remember everywhere that we went in Albuquerque. but it was somewhere in New Mexico. We stopped at a gas station just to get gas, and I remember I was like, hang on, I'm going to go take a piss. So I hop out, and I walked over, and right on the wall, there was this tarantula, like this big around, just sitting there. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I can't believe there's a damn tarantula. So I took like 5 pictures of it. Well, I took like, or wait, no, I think the first trip I took 500 pictures. I think that trip I might have taken like 800 or 850 pictures or something. Oh shit. Shit. I love that sixth sense though. Isn't that fucking badass? I get that with snakes. Like my dad, fuck it, he does not give a shit about snakes. He'll walk right up. I've watched him. I think it was just a copperhead. They're not that aggressive or anything like that, but they are poisonous. I watched my dad. He gets out. He's like, "Is that a snake in the middle of the road?" Like right on my grandma. Like it was like the community driveway. He gets out, and I'm like, at least he's got a fucking umbrella. Like he takes an umbrella with him. He didn't use the umbrella to like hold down a snake or anything like that. He used it to find out if the snake was alive. Like he thought maybe it was dead and got run over. He walks up to it and like taps on the ground next to it, and the snake moves. So he just grabs it by the fucking neck and picks it up, hops back into the truck, holding it out the window, and starts driving down the road to the dumpster. Gets to the dumpster, pulls out his knife and cuts the fucking snake's head off, throws that in the dumpster, takes the snake, throws it into a plastic bag, and ties it all up and throws it in the floorboards of the back seat. Meanwhile, I am in the back seat. So, and you know the whole saying, like when you kill a snake, it doesn't stop moving until like sundown or whatever. That bitch is sitting there moving around and making all kind of shit. I'm like sitting up there on the fucking seat, like, what the fuck, man? Like, put that in the trunk or like on the roof or some shit. Why is this like by my fucking feet? I didn't give a fuck if it had a fucking head on it or not. That thing freaked me the fuck out. But he's scared as shit of fucking spiders, whereas I don't give a shit about spiders. Like, they don't bother me at all. Like, I had this big, I think it was a garden spider. I was told they were like, yeah, it's like, what, reflexes or whatever. Like, it just keeps on moving. Like, it refuses to, well, like, the body refuses to, know that the snake is dead or whatever. It's what I heard. But I've been with my brother-in-law and we've been out on the canal and like literally in the springtime, cottonmouths are spawning and shit. They will come right at your boat. We're in a 16-foot skiff and these things would come right at the boat like they were going to attack the boat or us if they could get in the boat or anything like that. So my brother-in-law thought it was fun to just take a paddle and when they got close enough, just bam, nail those fuckers right on the head. And the concussion of the paddle and the water and everything pretty much killed them. He'd pull those fuckers out and like throw them on top of like the crab pots or whatever that we had in the boat. They didn't move at all. Like nothing, which was so weird. Like my dad cut the head off of a fucking snake and that bitch didn't stop moving for like hours. But yet he nailed one with a paddle and that thing never moved at all. Literally, he hit it with the paddle. The thing turned upside down in the water. He scooped it out with the oar, threw it in the boat. And meanwhile, I'm sitting there like, what the fuck? Why'd you put that shit over here, man? Like, I don't want that. What if it comes back to life? I don't know if that bitch is dead. I can't see if it's breathing or shit. That shit freaked me the fuck out. That I do not like snakes. Like, I'm not I guess you could say I'm afraid of them, but I'm not really afraid of them. When I know where they are, then I'm okay. But whenever you don't know where they are and you're like, oh my God, there's one right there. Like, that freaks me the hell out. Like, literally, I almost have a heart attack every single time. And I don't give a shit if it's a garter snake or if it's a damn cottonmouth or a rattlesnake or anything. Actually, my cousin bought property, like, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours south of here. And there's like all kind of swamplands and shit. So we were out there helping them put in, and what they did was they would have a big field and they would dig it down so that it would be kind of like a pond. Well, they would plant corn in there because you're not allowed to bait ducks here. And so what they would do is they would plant corn, and then whenever it was time to harvest, they wouldn't harvest the corn. They would just come in with a tiller and just till all of that shit right into the ground. And then they would flood it. And it became what they call an impoundment. And so it'd just be like a small, like, you could call it a lake, but I mean, you could walk through it with like chest waders. Like, it really wasn't that deep. Well, to get the water in there, you got to pump it out of the canals and shit like that. Like, that you're allowed to do. So now there's corn at the bottom of this fucking little man-made lake. You're allowed to do that. But you can't just go out there and throw corn because that's illegal. Because that's baiting. I don't understand how tilling the corn under isn't baiting, but whatever. That's how you get around it. Well, he would do that. Well, to get the water in there, he had to have like big, like, I think it was like 3 or 4 foot around pipe to like flood these areas like pretty quick. So we were out there helping them do all this shit. And I remember like I was out there, I had like a 22 pistol on my hip. I had a 22 rifle, and I'm just walking up and down these canals like, where's a fucking cottonmouth? Like, let me fucking shoot one. I just want to shoot one of these little bitches. Didn't see one the entire time. So it's like the end of what we're gonna do, and I'm like, fuck it. I just like put the rifle back in the truck, unloaded it, put it in the truck. Still had my pistol on my side. And all of a sudden I just see the snake hit the water. And I'm like, cottonmouth, cottonmouth. And my cousin had a loaded shotgun in his fucking truck. So he grabs it and he comes over and fucking nails this fucking snake as it was like going up the embankment on the other side. And then we had a front end loader, and he like pulled right up to the canal with the front end loader like over the canal so he could reach over with something and grab this snake. It was like a 6.5 foot rattlesnake, an eastern diamondback rattlesnake. It was fucking huge. I mean, not only was it like 6.5 feet, but I mean, it was like big around fucking rattlesnake. And they're sitting there like fucking around with it and shit. Oh, I just got some of the venom all over my hands. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, if you got a cut on your hand, like, you pretty much need anti-venom. Like, you're almost dead. Ugh. Drove me fucking crazy, man. And all I remember about that was they had this outdoor fridge, and he wrapped it up and put it in like a bag, put it in the outdoor fridge, and then, because it was like, I don't think it was like record size or anything like that, but it was fucking huge. And I think the power went out, or someone pulled it out of the freezer or something like that, and it just like ruined the fucking snake. So fucking thing died for nothing. Like, he was gonna get it mounted and shit. Wait, so is it deer? Oh, yeah. Deer always freak me out because they always look like they shouldn't be there, and yet they are there. Like, they just blend into the background. It's not until they move that you're like, whoa, what the hell? Where the hell did that thing come from? Like, even when you're hunting, you're just sitting there, like, watching, like, a field or something. You're like, okay, they should be coming from over here. They should be coming from over here. And you're just sitting there watching. And then when one pops out, you're like, wait, where the hell did that thing come from? Like, you don't see them coming out, you just see them out. And you're like, what the fuck? How did that happen? Yeah. I miss skunks. I love the smell of skunks when you're driving down the road and you smell a roadkill skunk on the road. I don't know why. I just always loved that. Maybe it's just because it reminds me of like my youth. Hey, what are you doing? Keps. Kepri. Come here. Come on, big dog. Yeah, what kind of wildcats do you have? Because we have bobcat, which I never would have thought there was bobcat here on the island. Like, I would never have believed it until my brother-in-law was trapping behind the house. That's actually how one of the ways I started my YouTube channel. And one day I woke up and I looked at my cameras and I saw him pulling into the driveway. I'm like, oh, he's gonna go check the traps. I'm tired. I'm not getting up. I'm not gonna go help him. Like, I'll see what he gets. Because usually, like, he would walk back, and then I'd look at the cameras, and he's not back. He's not back. And then all of a sudden, he would come back, and my chicken coop, which is in a bunch of my videos, he would just, like, when there was no chickens, he would open it up and just throw in like a possum or a raccoon or something like that, and then go to work. And then after work, he'd come and pick it back up and take it home and skin it and shit like that. Well, this time he had nothing. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. He didn't get anything. So he gets in his truck and he leaves. And then I get a text message. He's like, dude, one of the traps is missing. And it was a drag run, which, like, normally you stop nudging me with your fucking wet nose. Normally, like, you would attach the trap to something with, like, wire, like, like, they can't get it off. And, like, you would attach it to, like, a small tree or a big tree or anything like that. Well, the kind he did was a drag. So it was like one of those grappling hook looking things. And so, like, when you catch something, it takes off running, and as they're running through the brush, the little grappling hook thing, like, grabs onto, like, a small tree or something, and they can't get it off, and now they're stuck over there, but they're not where you trapped them. So he's like, dude, one of those is missing. I don't know where it went. And I'm like, okay, like, I'll go look for it, and I didn't have to work for a while. And I have the picture on one of my phones. I don't even know if that phone works still. It's probably like on my Google Cloud or whatever. But I went and it was on the top of a hill, and over the hill was a swamp. And right before the swamp, I had noticed there's a fucking bobcat with his paw in a fucking trap. And I was like, oh my god, he caught the neighbor's cat. Like, I'm like, oh my god, like, this isn't gonna go over too well. And as I get closer, I'm like, it looks a little big for, like, the neighbor's cat. And so I just took a picture of it. I took two pictures of it, because one of them, the eyes are glowing, and the other one, the eyes aren't glowing. And I sent him the text, and I'm like, I found your trap. You got a cat. I don't know if it's the neighbor's cat, or is this a bobcat? And he messaged me back, like, immediately. That's a bobcat. I'll be there in a second. Like, just hang on. And he came over and, yeah, he dispatched it. And, yeah, he actually has it mounted. Like, my dad was so excited about it. He was like, I'm going to get that mounted for you. So he gave it to his buddy, and they got it mounted. So I got pictures of it right before it died. And then he actually has the bobcat. But that was the only bobcat I've ever seen in North Carolina. I saw one in Pennsylvania, and again, I thought it was a house cat. I was like, we were bear hunting, and what we would do is some people would, like, all post at one area, and other people would start walking through the woods at another area, and they would make it to us, and then we would, like, all regroup and go do it again in a different area. Like the people that did the pushing, they would now post, and the people that posted would go and do the pushing and shit. Well, I found this tree that got knocked over, so I climbed up it, and I'm just sitting up on like up way up off the ground. I don't know, like 20 feet off the ground, just sitting there, and this cat just went right underneath me, and I'm like, what the fuck is that thing? Like, why is there a house cat in the middle of the fucking woods? And I described it to my dad, and he's like, that's a bobcat. Like, you could have shot that, I think. I don't remember if it was season or not. No, I think you can only trap bobcat in Pennsylvania. No, you can probably kill them, like shoot them, because you can shoot fox. Like you can actually use a fox call and shit. You do it in the middle of the night, which is crazy. It's like one of the only hunting that you can do in the middle of the night. You just like have like this distressed rabbit call, which would be like, but more squealy. Like, see, obviously these two are like ready to attack something. And fox and coyotes and shit like that will come in, and you have like a headlamp on, or you don't have a headlamp on, but you would just have your headlamp like on your head, and you'd be hearing things, and you're like, I think there's something right over here. And when you think it's there, you'd like pull up and aim and like hit your light, and the light blinds them, and you would just bam, like fucking shoot them right there. Which I've done it a bunch of times, but I've never actually got anything. Which the coolest coyote, I don't know, interaction I've ever had was when I went to Colorado or Oklahoma. Oh my god, man! We were at my dad's buddy's house, and like I smoke, he doesn't smoke, so I would have to go outside to have a cigarette, and I would go outside. I actually got recording of it on my phone, which was like, it was flip phone days. Like it was like, yeah, it was like 2005, 2006, right around in there. And I got really good audio of them just like howling and shit like that. You just hear them in the background, which is them calling out to like see where all the pack is. And like if somebody doesn't call back, they know something happened. And when that happens, the females go into heat because they're like, "Oh, we lost a pack member," and the females immediately go into heat to replace pack members. Talk about crazy shit, man. But that was like the coolest sounds I've ever heard from coyotes. Although we had that, it was on Halloween night. It was right here in my backyard, and my neighbor, 3 doors down, he was a hunter. Me and him were the only people that hunted around here, and he had like tree stands in his backyard, practically, like in the reserve, which is behind us and shit like that. And I literally thought he broke out one of those calls, just like a coyote call, and was like making the sounds until like I talked to my next door neighbor, and he was like, "Dude, did you hear those coyotes yesterday or the night before?" And I'm like, "I thought that was, I can't even remember his Phil. I thought that was Phil like fucking around because it was Halloween night." And he's like, "No, they were like right on your back hill. There was like a whole pack of them." Like, yeah, same thing. You could just hear him, like making all kind of crazy noise. It was so cool because I was sitting out. Well, I had the garage door up, but I was sitting outside on the little landing right outside of the door to the garage, smoking a cigarette. And I couldn't see them or anything, but I could hear them like they were like right next to me. It was so cool. Wait, what? Oklahoma was a safe word? Wait, are you talking about what I think you're talking about? New species of coyotes? Yeah, well, the first time, well, actually, it was the best time I've ever heard coyotes was in Oklahoma. that was great because they were all around us. Like the hell, like it was like a farm, and we were at the house, and it was just all around us, 360 degrees. You could just hear them going off, and like some would go off over here, and then these ones would go off, and the ones behind you would go off, and then these ones would go off. Like they were everywhere. It just sounded so cool. I had it as my ringtone for a long time on that phone. But yeah, with the possum I was talking about earlier, I did get some video footage of it. I guess it worked. I've got it downloaded on my computer. I just got to like edit it a little bit, and then I can put it back up or put it up. Um, yeah. But what do you mean it was a safe word? You mean like during rough sex kind of thing? Like that kind of safe word? Like Euro trip where she's like, "Here's the safe word." And all of a sudden he's just like, "Whoa, whoa, this is going too far." And then he tried to like say the word, but it was like in what was Amsterdam, so it was like I don't know. It wasn't Farfetnugan, but it was like some crazy fucking like 30-syllable word with like Newton in there or something. That movie is hilarious. Especially like I don't know if you remember that movie, but what's her name? That Disney chick. She was just like they're trying to hitchhike, and she's like, "Here, I'll get us a ride." So she like pulls up her shirt. She's like, "Hey, look at these tits. They're 18 years old." And like the one dude's like, I don't think they really give a shit. They have naked chicks on their orange juice commercials." And then it goes to an orange juice commercial, and there's two naked chicks, and they were like, and it was like happy juice. It was just like one chick was holding a thing of orange juice. Which is so true. How come we don't have like naked chicks on commercial? Well, I don't watch commercials anyway, so I don't give a shit. Well, I wouldn't give a shit either way. I still wouldn't watch commercials. Oh, okay. You said it was a safe word with some friends of yours, not your safe word. Okay, my bad. I read into that wrong. That's funny. I thought it was your safe word. What kind of shit are you getting into, Russ? Damn. That's some funny shit. Fuck. I was. Are you farting, dog? Holy crap! It smells horrible. Wait, what? Your safe word is. What's your safe word? Well, never mind. Don't tell me. I don't need to know. I don't know why, but that totally reminded me of. Fuck, what the hell was the term? No, 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 no. Oh man, I got everything all mixed up. I was gonna say donkey punch. That's a different thing. Um, no, it was something to do with rodeo. And it was something about like where you're riding a chick doggy style and you whisper her or into her ear and tell her she doesn't fuck as good as her sister, and you just like grab onto her hair and hold on. It was something to do with rodeo. I don't remember what the fuck that was. But that reminded me of that one. I don't even remember what the fuck that one was. The donkey punch was something about like riding her doggy style and like punching her in the back of the head or something. I don't remember. There's all kind of dumb shit that people talked about in the 90s when it was politically correct to do so. I don't think you can talk about that shit now, can you? Like, will you get canceled? I don't know. I'm on social media. Fuck it. We'll find out. Fuck, yesterday I had someone who I've never heard of. I was playing Odyssey, and there was someone I've never heard of did a raid. You know how they do the raids, like, oh, let's all go to this channel and like make comments and get them confused as to why there's a bunch of people there, which was hilarious. I think there was only 7 views on the video, like at the end, so there must not have been a lot of people because there was people I knew that were commenting. So 7 views, but one of them said like they were getting mad because I was playing Odyssey, so I'm assassinating people. And, like, the one dude was like, I have my kids with me. Can you stop swearing? And I was like, go fuck yourself and fuck your kids. Like, if you're on my channel, you shouldn't be here if your kids are in the room. My shit is labeled not safe for children. Like, I specifically have that set up. I do not want kids here. Like, it's 18 plus. I swear, I already, like, I have a thing with Google where I tell them, yes, there is, like, at least moderate swearing, like, not in the thumbnail, not, like, in shit like that, but I will be swearing on my videos. It's not for kids. And then he's like, I don't know if it was a he or she. It was, their name was Kay, Kay. And they're like, could you stop killing people? My kids are in the room. I'm like, go fuck yourself and fuck your fucking kids. Like, why are your kids watching my shit? They should not be watching it. Like, but one of them said that they were reporting me for terrorism. I think like a bunch of them said that they were like going to give me thumbs down, which I just laughed at. I'm like, yeah, please do. Go do it. Like, give me a bunch of thumbs down. Which on that video, no thumbs down. So they're just idly fucking threatening and shit. But I thought it was pretty fucking funny. Alright, I should get back to doing some more shit though. Oh, what was, Oh, okay, no, I think that was it. Oh. Oh, there's a 3-6. Stop. Oh, yeah. I get all kind of love on my channel. I'm like, maybe other people don't talk about it, but when I'm one of the only people that's got, it's been a while since I looked at it. I think it was like 5 or 6 death threats or something like that. Like, I've got a or wait, I can think of 4 right off the bat. So yeah, it must have been like 6 death threats or something like that.
Kill confirmed. Subdue all threats. Plan ahead, plan to win.
Like, all kind of crazy shit. I know where you live. You're not hard to find. I'll find you. You're not gonna like it when I find you. Like, dumb shit like that. And, yeah, whatever. Like, go for it. Like, if I'm so easy to find, then I'll see ya. Good luck. I hope you want to do it, like, while I'm at home. Because, I'm usually armed, so, yeah, you're gonna have a fun fucking time. Like, I usually have a 9 with me, like, most of the time when I'm at home. Like, even when I go out, like, there's a bunch of times I do it, because you're allowed to have open carry here. Like, I don't exactly do it all the time, but there was a while that I was carrying my 357 with me, like, all over the place. Which actually would piss me off. My dad's an absolute gun nut. Concealed carry, like, all that shit. And, like, he's a fucking, like, absolute gun nut. Like, NRA guy, like, all that shit. Like, he worked for the NRA. And, like, we would go out, and I would just be carrying my pistol on me. And, well, no big deal, everything's good. But then he'd be like, like, we need something from the grocery store. I'm like, I'll run in and grab it. So, like, instead of, like, taking my pistol off my side, I would just take the pistol out of the holster and stick it in between the seats. And then I would run into the grocery store. I just don't want any hassle, you know? Like, I'd keep my holster on me, but I wouldn't keep the pistol on me. I just leave it in the truck. I'm like, fuck it. Like, I'm allowed to, but I don't know. I just felt, screw it. Like, there's a bunch of liberals around here and shit that would freak out about it and call the cops on. I just didn't want to deal with it. So I was like, fuck it. I just, like, leave my pistol in the truck. My dad's in the truck, so it's not a big deal. It's not like it should be getting stolen. He's got a pistol on him, too. And, like, I'd come back, and he'd take all the fucking bullets out of my fucking gun. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, an unloaded gun is just, like, one of the dumbest things to have on you. I would just immediately reload it and put it back in my fucking holster. And that just always pissed me off. Like, how is a gun nut gonna unload your fucking gun? Like, I mean, maybe he was thinking because it was between the seats that it was now concealed. And I don't have a concealed carry permit because I refuse to get one. Well, it's more of North Carolina's gun laws why I don't want to do it. Like, I already took the test, and I got a 98 or a 99% or something like that. But once you pass the actual course, then you have to go get an FBI background check. No big deal. You have to go to the local sheriff's office and buy a permit, which doesn't give you a permit. It just gives you the application. So then you have to go to the prison and get fingerprinted. Then, which you have to pay for, and then you have to go to a psychologist and get a psychological exam, which you have to pay for. And then you have, like, every single thing that I'm talking about, you have to pay for it. And I just didn't want to go through all these fucking steps. So I was like, fuck that, I'll just open carry. Like, I don't need to have it concealed. And not to mention, if you have a concealed carry and you're concealed carrying, if people can see that you have a gun on you, you can be arrested for that. That's called printing. Like, they can actually see the gun, like, through your shirt or whatever. That's printing. That's illegal, and I believe it's a felony. So, like, now you got a felony, so now you're not even allowed to have a fucking concealed carry anymore. Which I thought was, like, the dumbest fucking thing ever. So that's why I was like, fuck it, I'll just carry that bitch wide open, right on my fucking hip. Everybody can see it. Like, there's no debate of whether there's a gun there or not, and I can't be, you know, convicted of printing. So I just never followed through with all the rest of it. But I got, like, I think it was like 98 or 99%. I got the thing in my room. I want to say I was 100% on the shooting part of it, and I was like 98% or 99%, something like that, I don't know, on the written part. But it was fucking hilarious, man. The guy that taught the course was fucking hilarious. Like, he's like, in North Carolina, we do not have the castle doctrine. What that means is you can't stand your ground. So if someone breaks into your house, you have to retreat. And you have to retreat to, like, the farthest point that you can. So maybe that's your bedroom at the farthest end of your house. You have to do that. Like, even if you have a window to jump out, you're supposed to jump out the window. I'm like, fuck that shit, man. Like, I'm fucking shooting. If I make it all the way in my bedroom, like, bullets are flying, man. And he's like, also, you have to, like, if you do shoot somebody, you have to, under law, you have to render aid. And again, I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Someone breaks into my house to the point where I'm afraid that I have to actually shoot them. And I gotta now, like, give them aid. I'm not first aid. I don't like touching people. That's why I never became a doctor.
Enemy has the hard point. Hard point activated.
Shot's good.
And he's like, you know how I render aid? And he's like, after I shoot somebody and I have to render aid, I'll give him chest compressions. And he just, like, stands up and starts, like, slamming his foot into the ground. He's like, 1, 2, 3. He was fucking hilarious, man. It was this old guy. He was telling us all kind of crazy stories and shit. Because he's had his concealed carry for years. And he was from Pittsburgh, where I was from. And he was like, oh, I remember, and I remember the street that he was talking about, because I've been on that street so many times, and there is so much crime over there. And he was like, I was on this street, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, I see these, it was like 2 or 3 black guys. And they noticed this older white guy in a car. He was waiting for his wife to get off work. And he's like, they noticed me, and like, they were walking a different direction. They noticed me, and they immediately turned and just started coming straight towards my car. So I'm like, all right, I guess this is on then. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? He's like, they made it all the way over to my car. And all I did was just raise my pistol up and just tapped it against the glass of the window. And all like 3, 4, 5 of them or whatever just immediately turned around and walked the other direction. I thought that was a great story. Like, if I was a troublemaker trying to, like, fuck shit up, I totally would have done the same thing. Like, whoop, find a different guy. This guy probably means business, even if he can't handle that shit. But he had all kind of crazy stories, man. Those are the only 2 I remember, but... It was, I think it was like a 2-day course, and it was like literally just him telling stories for most of it. But he was a cool guy, man. What the hell is his name? The colonel, the lieutenant. It was like a military position. Holy fuck! I got bloodthirsty.
I am not dead. I am its messenger.
I think it was the colonel. Yeah, I think it was the colonel. I don't remember what his real name. I think it was like Bill or some shit.
My scope sees everything.
He was a cool dude. He was kind of racist, but I don't know. He was old, had a lot of interactions with like criminals that just so happened to be black. So I don't know. Kind of reminded me of my grandpap, who was in the Korean War. Did not like Asian people at all. But I mean, I don't know, when you get shot at by Asian people, I guess that kind of comes with it. I guess? I don't know. I've never been in that position, so I don't know. My grandpap also didn't like rice at all, which I think I inherited. I'm not a fan of rice. The only thing I like about rice is the old Mitch Hedberg joke, which is, rice is awesome when you're gonna eat about 1,000 of something.
There's no hiding from my aim.
Hard point under fire.
Plate or fawn? What's fawn mean?
Hard point confirmed.
I know it's a baby deer.
Hard point activated. Hard point is ours.
I guess that would be like die or
There's no
succumb
hiding from my aim.
Contact at the hard point.
It's all
or
over
something
now.
like that. Because fight or flight, I know exactly what that means. That's reptilian brain at its finest there.
There's no hiding from my aim.
Damn.
Contact at the hard point.
There's no hiding from my aim.
Okay, yeah.
The enemy is taking
Kind of the same thing, but a little different. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. So begging, really. So either run, put up a defense, or just, you know, oh, please don't hurt me, please. Like, I have kids, I have, you know, a wife, I have, you know, a grandma that really likes me. She said I would be like a really good doctor one day. I haven't been to medical school, but I might.
Hardpoint's under
That's
fire.
some funny stuff.
There's no hiding from I'm all out of focus.
Contact at the hard point.
Fire is too heavy.
The enemy has taken the hard point. Hard point is active.
I am not dead.
The enemy
Fire is too heavy.
Yeah, well, this is me just fucking around. Like, I'm not even aiming. If I was aiming, I'd be doing this shit. But I'm not allowed to do that because I need hip fires, which would just be not aiming.
contact at the hard point.
My focus is everywhere.
You're blowing them down.
Ooh, bitch!
Hard point is active.
I'd say get this game and join in, but we're like right at the end of this game. Like, we're about to go to Modern
There's no
Warfare 2
hiding
now.
from my aim.
Enemy has the hard point.
Hopefully, I'm gonna get it on, like,
Watch one enemy
Wednesday.
hard.
Who knows? Damn, look, I only got 22. 17 seconds. I didn't even try to be in that fucking... What are we playing? Hardpoint? Yeah, I didn't even try to be in the hardpoint.
That brings me back to life.
I was just running around in circles trying to kill people.
Waste ammo when you can take two out at once.
Alright. Modern Warfare 2 is, I think, $70. Yeah, I got, well, I bought a PlayStation 3. This is PlayStation 4. I bought a PlayStation 3 just for Grand Theft Auto 5. And then he stopped doing updates to the Grand Theft Online. So that's why I bought a PlayStation 4. But no, I got Warzone, which is Call of Duty. I've got Cold War, which is Call of Duty. I've got this one, Vanguard, which is Call of Duty. I've got Modern Warfare, which is Call of Duty. I've got Grand Theft 5. I've got Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is one of the best games ever made, which I just started playing it again the other day. I have Assassin's Creed Origins. Oh, I have Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I have God of War something. It's the one with his kid. Where, like, instead of, like, whatever the fuck he was, Spartan or whatever, like, now he's, like, I forget, Nordic or something like that. But he has a kid. Which actually is really good. I didn't like the kid aspect for like half the game, and then once like half the game was over, I'm like, okay, I kind of like this shit. That's pretty fucking badass. I've got another Call of Duty that I got free from Batman, and I've got a Tom Clancy game that I got free from Batman. I won some giveaway, and he gave me like 3 games. And there's another shooting game that I got from him.
Team deathmatch. Eradicate all threats. Plan ahead, plan to win.
I think that's it. But like those shooting games, like I played the ones Batman gave me, and then I was like, I'm good with them. Like even the Call of Duty one that he gave me, I was just like, okay, whatever. Like I just didn't like it. And Call of Duty Cold War, it's okay, but I don't really play it.
We're falling behind.
Valhalla started, and then I just got involved with these like Warzone and Vanguard, so I just kind of like didn't play. So I gotta like restart that. Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I have beat that game so many times. Like I've beat that game completely all the way through, probably at least 6 times.
Got an enemy glide bomb on the way.
Like the entire, not just the entire storyline. I've done that probably 15 times, but like beat everything in the game, which there is a lot. Like just the storyline took me like I think 32 days straight to get done.
My scope's...
Because Origins I got done in a week. Although one of those days I played for like 12 hours straight just trying to beat the game. But it only took me like 7 or 8 days. Like just, either a week or just over a week. And then I went to Odyssey, because I refused to move on to Odyssey before I beat Origins. That was before Origins. Or it was before Odyssey. Which game? Odyssey? Yeah, I've seen how that ends. Well, that all depends on how you play it. Main dude becomes the new Jesus? Which game is that? That's not Odyssey or Origins.
That brings me back to life.
What the fuck? Oh. What, Assassin's Creed? Or, God of War? Which one is that? That's not that one. I can't remember how it ends, but I don't think he became a new Jesus.
That's all I need.
Out of my face.
That's one of my favorite things to do, like, just sometimes just run circles. Like, just keep, like, going around in a circle like this.
We got recon aloft.
You'd be so surprised how many people are, like, trying to sneak up behind you, that you can sneak up behind them, or people that didn't even know you were there and, like, trying to go into a room or something. That shit cracks me up. Oh, Assassin's Creed? Which one? Because I had... What was the one I had for... Black Flag. The pirate one. I had that for PlayStation 3. I did not beat that one. I, like, hit a point and I could not get past it. Like, I think it was the part, like, in the swamps where you had to trail people. Like, I could just not get past that. But Odyssey and Origins, I beat both of them. Origins was, well, obviously the origin. And that was like ancient Egypt, which I am so obsessed with Egypt. I mean, that's why I have a flying orb That's why I have the Eye of Horus, the Eye of Thoth. Like, I got a bunch of tattoos that are Egyptian. And I'm getting an Ankh. I don't know where the fuck I'm getting it. I really want to put it right here on my ring finger. I think that would be badass.
My scope sees everything.
Uh-huh. God of War 3. What? Wait, are we talking about God of War? Oh, no. He said Assassin's Creed. Wait, what? Wait, I'm confused. Which one has, like, the main character turns into Jesus? God of War, or is that Assassin's Creed? I thought you were saying Assassin's Creed. Because I haven't played all the Assassin's Creeds. I've only played Black Flag was the first one I played. And then Susie kept talking about Odyssey. She was like obsessed with the game when it came out. And I never even really heard of it. Even though I had Black Flag. But I bought but I got Origins and that was Egypt. So I was like, nope. I'm doing that first because I love Egypt. Which, side note, I had a reading done for myself, and apparently in a previous life I was Egyptian. I worked building or fixing things, which is totally me now. I died by drowning. And I can't remember any of the other shit. But I was Egyptian in a former life, according to the reading. But that also, like, kind of is why I'd be obsessed with Egypt, I guess. But,
Fight back.
Assassin's Creed, the main guy comes... Which one? I've never heard of Gears.
We took the advantage.
I've heard of Deprivation Tank, because, you know, I listen to Rogan, and he talks about it all. Well, I haven't listened to him in years. Since he went to Spotify, I have not listened to any episodes. Whoop, fuck. But yeah, he was always talking about the Deprivation Tank. It's like full of a whole shitload of salt, so you become buoyant in the tank. And it's warm and shit, and like you're supposed to like take some kind of mind-altering substance like mushrooms or acid or something like that. I think he talked about DMT, but that wouldn't really work out good. Because I think you need like a good like half hour, 40 minutes before like you can actually get into it. And with DMT, it's over like within like 15 minutes at the most, and it's over. Which, that's the fucking shit right there, man. Never done DMT. That is where to go. Like you. You have any questions about whether God's real or not, go ahead and do DMT. Like, you're about to meet God. You're about to meet the aliens, you're about to meet God, like, all kind of shit. Yeah, well, it's all the salt content. How, I've never been in one. But I've heard about it, like, so many times from Rogan. And, I remember way back when I actually went to church, our pastor went to Israel and he went to the Dead Sea, which is the Dead Sea because there's no outlet for the water. So everything that dies in there makes the salt content go up like crazy.
My scope sees everything.
Oh, what? I didn't get that guy. I thought for sure my fucking sticky bomb would get him. But there's no like outlet for the water. So like water can come in, but it can't go out. So like all the dead matter and shit like that. So all the salt content like goes up crazy. And he said, it's like one of the only things I remember him saying. But he went and like swam in the Dead Sea, and he was like, yeah, it's kind of like good luck trying to like go underwater because you just float. And like even when you try to go underwater, like poof, you just like immediately come back up to the surface. Like that's how much the salt content is, which that's how they do the deprivation tank too. Oh, should have did in time. But yeah, I've never done that. Like deprivation tank, I've never been to the Dead Sea. Like so all of that would be just weird to me. I only know what he said. I don't know like anything about that. Because that would be weird, man. Just like you can't go. I mean, deprivation tank would be different. But like, you know, like in a body of water and you can't, like you can go underwater, but like poof, you're right back at the surface again, like almost immediately. That would be so weird. That's like so not what I'm used to. I'm used to like the ocean where you can not only go underwater, but if the waves are bad enough, like you're going to be underwater for a while. But I would like to try a deprivation tank at some point. I think that would be pretty neat. Oh, yeah. It does take a while to adjust. Like, that's what Rogan said. Because that's why DMT wouldn't be, like, a good thing to try while you're in there, because I think he said, like, it's like a half hour or something like that, that you just sit there and you're just, like, in the dark. Like, your eyes are adjusting to the dark. Like, there's no sound. There's no anything. Because I heard people like, well, what if you got a TV in there? And he's like, that kind of goes against the point. Like, it's deprivation. It's depriving you of all your senses. Like, if you had a TV, now you have light. Now you have some kind of stimulus. Like, all kind of shit like that. Like, that just goes against the whole point of the deprivation tank. Yeah. I've heard Rogan say that, where you don't know if your eyes are actually closed or open. Like, you can close them, you can open them, and you still don't know if your eyes are open or closed. Which is kind of creepy, but at the same time, like, I don't know, it intrigues me.
They're taking Abel.
In a circle. Yeah, and I'm sure it's like a multifaceted adjustment. Like your body getting used to the warm water and floating, your eyes getting used to like whether your eyes are open or not because it's like pitch black. Like, you know, just everything, like sight, sound, like no sound, you know, touch being like the water, you know, like every sense is like getting fucked with. Which, I don't know, I'm down for that. Just sounds crazy.
Contact the base.
My scope sees everything.
Oh, shit. God damn it, this is the second time this week I got killed by the tank coming down.
Losing objective Able. Reinforcements running through. They're taking Baker.
Oh shit. Yeah, I heard like an hour's minimum. Well, that's what Rogan used to say. I don't know what the fuck he says anymore, but
We're losing
I think his
Able.
best advice was go for as long as you can, but like hour minimum. Because I think it takes like a half hour, you know, 35, 40 minutes to like actually start adjusting to it. And then you actually start getting the effects. I think that's what he said.
No lives remaining. This is our last stand. Enemies running out of lives. Losing objective Able.
I am not death. I am its messenger. My scope.
Arrgh! Don't shave for yeah, that would fucking suck. Just sitting in salt water.
Control.
Especially if you're one of those weirdos that just like likes to shave everywhere. Like, I'll shave my arm hair. I'll shave my ball hair. I'll shave my fucking leg hair. Like, oh my god, that would suck. Like, just shaving your face would probably suck. Even though most of your face wouldn't be underwater, but still.
Engaging Baker.
God damn it. Do this.
Capturing Baker.
Oh, yeah. There's like a lot. I forget. 1,000 pounds? Yeah, I guess. Well, I forget how big they are. But yeah, I remember him saying like hundreds and hundreds of pounds. I don't remember like 1,000 pounds, but I guess it depends on how big the tank is. I don't remember how big his tank was either. Here, wait.
Baker is hot.
Which one is it? Here, fuck it. Let's just do this one. Stop looking at me. Damn it.
Securing
Yeah, it's a
Able.
shit ton of fucking salt.
Would it be mess? We're taking too many losses.
I mean, it kind of has to be if you're gonna be buoyant. Like, a saltwater pool is nowhere near the amount, and I was putting in...
Action at Baker.
Jeez, oh man, startup. I think I was putting in at least 200 pounds. Well, that's a pool, too. It's not like a small water area. But I'm pretty sure I was putting in, like, at least 200 to 400 pounds of salt. And that's only, I think they said it was 1/10 the saltiness of the ocean.
Able is hot.
And like a deprivation tank, that sucker's like way more than the ocean. Like it's multiple times the ocean.
That brings me back to life.
Hostile lives running low. Defending Able. Securing Baker.
What do we do? Oh, we're capturing. Fuck yeah.
We're taking Baker.
1,000
Incoming
pounds.
stun gun. There's no hiding from my aim.
Wow, that's crazy. And it's probably not that much. Like, it's probably less than a hot tub. Like, a hot tub's like 400 gallons of water.
Right, regroup. We'll get them next time.
It's probably about the same as a hot tub. Well, yeah, you are laying down. It's probably like 200 to 400 gallons. With like 1,000 pounds of salt, that's a shitload. So if it's like a normal hot tub's like 400 to 600 gallons. Which 600, that's like a 10-person hot tub. That's what they say. I've seen like 20-some people be in a fucking 10-person hot tub. Absolutely disgusting. Do you know when you're in a hot tub, you sweat a pint of sweat every hour? I think it is. So like you like literally become dehydrated like really quick.
Contact to Able. The enemy needs just one objective. Able's been taken
Man,
from
it's
us.
my favorite artist right now. Oh wait, did we lose that one already? Yeah, I guess it would be wide.
Enemy bombers coming
Yeah,
up.
I didn't imagine that it would be too deep. I would think that, like, okay, if the body is only, like, that wide, or, yeah, well, deep, I would think that it'd probably be twice that amount. That's what I pictured. I've never really even looked at a picture of him. Oh, shit, we lost. I only got 2 kills? Jesus. Oh, I was running around with a sniper. Alright. Later. Oh, yeah. Like 4 people in a hot tub. Oh, yeah. Like, oh, it's crazy. Well, like a normal hot tub, like a 5 to 8 person hot tub is only like 400 gallons. Where like a normal pool that's like 20,000 gallons, I think it should only have 12 people in there. So I guess just do the math from there. I remember I had one pool, I did the math, and it like, the house slept like 20 people, and the pool was rated for like 8 people. And the guy was like, I don't understand why, because he kept saying the pool's not filtering. And I came and I'm like, yeah, it's filtering. And he's like, no, it's not. There's no water coming out of the jets. And I'm like, yeah, because you clogged the filter, which a dirty filter cleans better than a clean filter because it'll take out more particulates out of the water. And he's like, well, the water's not moving. And I'm like, but it's still filtering. So, and then he called me every single day. And like, I just sat down and did the math. And I'm like, okay, this pool is, I forget how many thousand gallons it was, but I'm like, it's only rated for 8 people. I see 20 people in the pool right now. So, and there's kids. Kids piss and shit in the pool. Like, well, not so much shit, but they pee in the pool a lot. So now all that shit needs to be pulled out with the filter. Like, the pool is not rated for this house. Like, I'm sorry, the math speaks for itself. Like, I don't know what to tell you. And the guy just refused to believe it. He's like, no, the filter doesn't work. I'm like, the filter is overrated for this fucking pool. Like, this filter is rated for a pool twice the size. So, just the amount of crap you're putting into this pool, that says so much, because you're only supposed to backwash the pool once a week. I'm here every single day, and it's still not enough.
Team deathmatch. Take out all enemies.
I just remember that guy being
Shit's gonna
so
get ugly.
pissed off.
There's no turning back now.
I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, I didn't build the pool. If I did, I would have built it a lot bigger for this size of a house. There we go. Finishing move, bitch! I tried to do that on the first one. I just broke that guy's nose.
My scope sees everything. Out of my face.
Yeah.
Friendly glide bomber incoming.
But yeah, hot tubs, like, it's so much more. Like, they're only like 400 gallons, so.
Sees everything.
And it's hot water chemistry as opposed to cold water chemistry. Pools are a cold water chemistry.
My scope sees everything.
Like, whenever you go to hot water chemistry, it's like a completely different animal. You gotta, like, maintain shit so much better. Because, at hot water, like, especially a hot tub, like, well, hot water is 89 degrees or hotter, according to the state of North Carolina. And normally a hot tub, like, most people keep their hot tub at 104. I always kept my hot tub at 100, just because I couldn't stand that much heat. Like, 104, I could stay in there for, like, maybe 20 minutes. At 100 degrees, I could stay in there for, like, an hour, maybe 2 hours. Like, that's the difference of 4 degrees. But once you get up, like, 90, well, 89 or above, so, like, 89, 90, all the way up to, like, 104, you're not supposed to have a hot tub any hotter than 104.
Hell of a guard dog on the way to you.
I am not dead.
But yeah, bacteria breeds so much more faster at, hotter temperatures. So, like, you gotta maintain your chlorine, like, you gotta, like, shock it so much more. Ugh. Which is why, well, I'll never get in a public pool either. But I'll never get in a public hot tub. Like, I don't even give a shit if I know who's maintaining it and keeping that shit perfect. Not gonna do it. That's so gross. Especially knowing that, like, you sweat a pint of sweat every hour. Ugh. Fuck that, man. That is so gross.
My scope sees everything.
Hostile recon spotted.
Yeah, it's a pint of sweat.
I can use this. Thanks. You're mowing.
Well, not to mention, I have been hit with heat strokes so fucking bad that I, like, like, this year, how many years has it been? Well, it's been 2, 3. It's been like 4 or 5 years since I got heat stroke, and I got it really, really bad. I couldn't even go out in the sun at all after that. Like, I was just fucked up. And now, I'm just constantly dehydrated. Like, I quit drinking coffee, because coffee dehydrates me so bad. And I love coffee. Like, that was my favorite thing about the mornings. I hate mornings so bad, but I love coffee. So that was my favorite thing about mornings. Like, I'd have to wake up and be at work at 9. I'd, like, wake up at, like, 7:30, and I already have the coffee maker ready to go. I'd come out immediately, like, hit the button on there, like, go to the bathroom, take a shower, let the dogs out. By the time I'm done with all that, then all of a sudden I'm like, coffee's ready. I drink like half a pot of coffee and then fill up like a coffee cup and like a big tumbler and take that shit to work with me on my way. And then I would get more coffee when I was at work. Like, I was always I got free coffee at work. Not at work, but this gas station that we had an account with to get gas, I would get free coffee because I would go in there every single day and get a coffee. Well, the coffee he would only charge me $1 for coffee, even though it was like $1.70 or something like that for the large. And he just stopped charging me for coffee because I always used my card. And he would just be like, just pay me later. And I'm like, okay. And at the end of the day, I'd buy like an 18 pack on my way home. And I'd be like, don't forget, like I had 2 coffees earlier. And he's like, oh, okay. And he'd add like $2 to my fucking bill. And eventually he was just like, yeah, just go. Like, you don't owe me anything for it. Like, I was always there. And we bought, like, our company bought all our gas from them. I was always there buying, like, lunch from there, like a sandwich and, like, chips or whatever, and a drink. Like, I was always there buying shit. So, and the guy was cool as shit. So he was just like, don't worry about it, man. Like, you don't owe me anything. I'm like, are you sure? Like, I mean, I'll go pull, like, 20 bucks out of the bank, and I'll just give you $1. Like, it's no big deal. He's like, fuck it. Just go. So I drink coffee all the time, but then after I had heat stroke, it just fucked with me. Except when I wasn't working and I had AC and shit, or in the wintertime it was cold enough. Like if it was cold, then it didn't affect me as bad because I was drinking like black coffee. And because I ran out of sugar and I didn't have any money, so I was just drinking black coffee. Because my mom brought me like 8 pounds of coffee because her and my dad quit drinking coffee. I guess for health reasons or whatever. So they were like, "Do you want some coffee?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I love coffee." I think I still even no, I drank all that coffee, but I do have coffee, but I love coffee so much that I want to like just brew a pot just so the house smells like coffee because I love the smell of coffee. It is like one of the greatest smells. Like a hot, well, not even a hot chick, just a chick that has like really good smelling perfume and coffee are like 2 of my favorite smells in the world. Wow. All right. Well, that provokes the question. What if it was a gay guy that had the same perfume on? I guess I would think they smell good. Yeah. No, yeah, no, there's bigger, and by bigger, I mean a lot bigger girl that I work with. She always smells really good, but I am never like, oh man, I want to bang her. So I guess it would be the exact same scenario that I always say. Like a gay guy is like an ugly chick. Like, uh, uh, whatever. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, they might like me, but it's not my bag. You know, like, I've been saying that for like over 22 years. Because I remember 22 years ago, I definitely was saying that. But I've always been saying that. Like, I don't know. I've been hit on by so many guys that it's not even fucking funny. And I just don't get where guys are like, so, where they take offense to it. Like, I don't take offense to it. Like, literally, I just think of it as an ugly chick. Like, aw, that's sweet. They think I'm cute. And I move on with my day. Like when, a guy gets hit on by a gay guy at a bar and he beats the shit out of him, like, almost to death, like, that always, like, just blows my mind. Like, why didn't you just walk away? Like, why did you feel like you could just physically harm another human being to the point where they almost die? That just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, yeah, okay, you didn't like it, it made you uncomfortable. Are you that insecure with your sexuality that you're like, oh, like, he almost made me gay? Like, really? It just doesn't, I don't understand that shit at all. Does it make you uncomfortable? Yeah, sometimes. Like, I was just telling this story the other day. I had a gay guy that I worked with. I loved him. Cliff. He was great. I loved him. Like, one time, he was like so open about being gay. He was just like, if you have any questions about, like, being gay or anything, then, you can ask. Like, I'll answer it. And he was so cool that I'm like, oh, yeah, I got a question. And I looked at my buddy who was with me, and I'm like, never mind, never mind, never mind. No, I don't have any questions. And he's like, no, 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 go ahead. You can ask. I'm like, no, I'm going to offend you. And he's like, no, you're not going to offend me. Like, I can take anything that you can dish out. And I'm like, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to offend you. And he's like, no, you're not. Just ask. Just go ahead. Lay it on me. And I looked at my buddy, and as soon as I said this, me and him just laughed our fucking ass off. But I was like, all right, fine. Do farts turn you on? And he just looked at me and he was like, no, no, that doesn't turn me on. And me and my buddy were just laughing our asses off. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I just had a question. And he's like, I'm not offended, but no, that is kind of offensive, so don't say that to other gay people. I was like, okay, well, at least you got that question out of there, I guess. I don't know. But that was just a question I had. I don't fucking know how it works. Like, that's where they're going for? Like, I don't know. I mean, at the same time, would a gay guy be like, oh, does fish turn you on? Like, I don't know. I never really smelled a chick that smelled like fish, so no. Like, if I get a metallic taste in my mouth, like, it tastes like pennies, does that turn me on? I don't know. Maybe. Actually, that might be offensive too. I don't fucking know. But I have been known to offend people, so there's also that. But that Cliff dude was fucking great. He would fuck with me too, though. Like, I went over to his house. I don't remember why I went over there. I remember one time his water heater went out, and I replaced, I think, one water heater. Like, he had a 60-gallon water heater. He lived with this like really rich lady who had like 1,000 cats. So many cats that she had like a doggy door, and the cats would just come and go as they wanted. And I'm pretty sure she had like a maid, and that's why the house didn't smell like cat piss and cat shit, because the maid would come every day and empty the cat litter and shit. But there was like a million cats. But they had like a 60-gallon water heater, and I got them a deal on the water heaters, two of them. I think there were two 60 gallons, or there were two 80 gallons. And then I plumbed them in for them, and I forget what I got paid. I think they paid me like a case of beer or something like that. I used the company tools and shit. Like, it was literally like an hour or 2 hours of my time, and I got a case of beer out of it. And I was fine with that. I'm like, fuck yeah, I got a case of beer. Works for me. I don't think it was that time. I think it was another time that I went over there, but whatever. He was just like I show up, I'm like, hey man, what's going on? And he's like, oh, nothing. And this was early days of the internet. He was like, oh, I was just having like a video call with a guy. I'm like, oh, that's great. You gonna hook up with him? And he's like, oh, I might. You never know. Like, oh wait, there was also this picture I wanted to show you. And I'm like, okay. And he like pulls up this picture of some dude like holding his cock, like big fucking erect cock. And I'm like, I could have done without seeing that. And he just laughed his ass off because he was just fucking with me. Like, well, I think he was testing me to see, like, hey, like, do you think this is cool? And of course I didn't. I was like, yeah, I see that. But it's usually going into a chick, so, like, when I watch porn. But he was fucking cool as shit, man. Like, he would fuck with me. I fucked with him. Like, I don't know. He was cool as hell. I always liked him. But apparently there wasn't enough gay people on the beach, so he decided to move off the beach and move back to Virginia. Alright, I gotta take a piss. Oh, you too? You gonna take a piss? You just know I'm going outside. You wanna find another possum to fucking fuck with, huh? Oh, you too? You're the killer, aren't you? You seem all innocent and shit, but you're the killer, aren't you? Hmm. Alright, hang on, let me piss. Look out, buddy. Yeah, that dude, he was fucking cool. I liked him. I remember I talked to the lady that he lived with, who was cool as fuck. I love that lady. I don't even remember her name, but she was really cool. She had a lot of fucking. She owned her fucking house outright. She sold real estate. She was a very successful real estate salesman, woman, I guess. And this dude just like lived in the basement and paid her rent. And I remember her like talking to me, like I think he was there too, but I remember her talking to me, and she was like, "Oh no, he's definitely gay." I'm like, "Well, how do you know?" Like, I mean, just because he sleeps with guys, I don't know if he's not, but like, just because he wants to get with guys, I mean, does that make him gay? Like, maybe he's bisexual or something. And she's like, "No, no, no, he's totally gay." One time, I hopped into the bed with him. Um, well, like playfully hopped into the bed with him. Um, and she was like, I started messing with him and started like trying to play with his crotch and trying to get him aroused. And I was like, oh yeah, how did that go? And she's like, didn't work at all. She's like, it's the only guy in my entire life that I could not make hard. She's like, he's gay as hell. And I'm like, holy shit, like I've never heard people talk like this before in my life. And then next thing you know, I'm telling stories about this shit, so apparently I talk like that. But I thought that was fucking hilarious, man. Get off of that shit. What are you chewing on stuff for? You got. Is this one called robbery? Yep. Oh, what's this shit? What? Why do I have so many people like following me on Twitter now? That's weird. Um, no, that was fucking weird. But shit, I should get the fuck off of here. I gotta go to bed. Or wait, what day is this? Actually, I don't even have to go to bed. I just gotta work, I guess, technically today. And then I'm off for a couple days. Hmm. How much sleep did I get last night? That would be a good question. In the bag. Anybody gets hurt. Ugh. Whatever. I barely get sleep at night anyway. Last night was fucking awesome. I was off the 2 days prior, so I really just kind of reclined in this chair and took a nap for like, I don't know. Or no, I guess, yeah, the first night I think I only slept for like 3 hours. And then I took a nap for like an hour or two in the middle of the day, and then like an hour or two in like middle of the night or middle of the evening, and then a couple hours at night. Like I just kept drinking and sleeping and drinking and sleeping. But last night I was like, oh man, like, and my girls were sleeping on me. Like they would hop up on my, like Rue is right now. She would hop up on me, and then Capri would sleep over here, or reverse or whatever. And it was great. And um, like everything was going good. There was no shit on the floor. There was no there might have been piss. I don't know. But anyway, I got the bright idea. I'm like, let's go ahead. Like, Rue, I will let sleep with me in my bed. Like, she is so clingy that she literally just wants to be right now. I mean, obviously, she's right here. She could be on the couch right now, but she wants to be right here on me. And so she is great when I take, like, usually she's the only one I'll let come into my bedroom. Because Capri will get bored in the middle of the night. She'll hop down, start chewing on things, take a shit in the bathroom, like piss on some clothes or something. Like, she just doesn't give a fuck. But last night, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go ahead and let both of them sleep with me. And they did so good. Like, neither one of them got off the bed the entire night. Like, I woke up, and they're both just sitting there staring at me like, hey, man, like, can we go outside? Like, they were so good. So I might do that again tonight. Well, yeah, I mean, especially because I'm not going to get that much sleep, so by the time they should be getting restless, it'll be about time for me to wake up and go to work anyway. But, I don't know, I'm so proud of these little fur bitches. Not so proud about the little baby, well, it's not a baby, but the young possum that they killed. That's not so cool. But they are dogs. They do things, so. I mean, you can't be mad at them. I mean, they literally just did instinctual things. Like, oh my god, there's an animal! And then they took it out. They do the same thing with frogs. I get mad at them about the frogs, too. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, you can't really get mad. I mean, I'm like, leave it alone, leave it alone. But once they kill it, I'm like, damn it. Like, DB did the same thing. She took out so many frogs, man. She would literally, like, run across the deck at a frog and just drop onto the deck. And, like, she would put her chin, like, right on top of the frog and, like, just keep on sliding. And she would kill the frog. And she didn't mean to. She was just trying to, like, fuck with it and play with it and shit. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, you can't get mad at the dog. Plus, it's already over. You know, like, you can't bring the frog back, so, you know, yelling at the dog is not going to help anything.
Hardpoint located.
Russ, if you're still here, man, like, are you still sober? I mean, I'm willing to bet you are, because if you actually made it, I can't remember how many days it was, but if you made it that far, I'm sure the rest of it's not that hard.
Hardpoint is active. The lead's ours.
Which Susie's still sober.
They have the advantage.
Which still blows my mind. Like, that's coming up on 2 years now for Susie. And she literally was, like, probably the most hardcore alcoholic I've ever known. No. I knew way worse than her, actually. Oh, yeah, Murray. Murray was the most hardcore alcoholic I've ever fucking known. Murray was fucking hardcore, man. I don't think I've ever seen anybody as hardcore of an alcoholic as Murray. He was crazy. Rip Murray, man. Poor guy. He got into heroin and started sharing needles and shit, got hepatitis C, and we're like, fuck, Murray's gonna die. It was like 15 years later, he's still alive. He might have quit drinking, I don't know. I moved 22 years ago, so I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Contact at the hard point.
My scope sees everything.
But Murray was hardcore. Oh my god, man.
I am its messenger.
Not so much with the liquor. But that might have been because we just couldn't get our hands on liquor as easy as we could beer.
Contact at the hard point.
But he's the kind of guy, like, he would start drinking a beer and be like, oh shit, this is an ash can. And he would still drink the beer anyway. He'd be like spitting out cigarette butts that he was like almost swallowing. Oh man, that almost makes me want to throw up right now. Like, that's so fucking gross.
The enemy has taken the
Like,
hard
just taking a sip out of an ash can makes me want to throw up. That dude wouldn't even give a shit. He would drink the whole fucking rest of the beer. But he was such a kind-hearted fuck, though. I loved Murray. He was great. He was such a nice guy.
Incoming sticky bomb!
We control the...
Shit.
There's no hiding from my head.
Hard point located. Hard point under fire. Hard point is active. Hard point is ours. Contact at the hard point. I'm pinned down. 2-for-1 special. Hard point located. Care package coming. Hard point activated. The enemy has taken the hard point.
My scope sees everything.
Watch your head. Shells falling. Allied glide bomber on the way. Hard point's under fire. Contact at the hard point. Got an enemy death machine coming up. Hostile recon mission aloft. Hard point located. Hard point's under fire.
From my head.
Hard point activated.
Fuck, I was dancing all around him.
Got an enemy glide bomb on the way. Hard point's under fire. Contact at the hard point. Enemy recon on flyby.
Kill always revitalizes me.
Hard point confirmed. Hard point activated. Thermite out. Hard
No
point
hiding
is
from my
ours.
head. I am not death. I am its messenger.
Recon plane cleared for mission. Hostile strafe inbound.
There's no hiding from my aim.
Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint confirmed. Hardpoint activated. Enemy has the hardpoint.
Damn it. Right, left.
Contact at the hardpoint.
Fire is too heavy! Watch the sticky bomb! Grenade!
Hardpoint's under fire.
I am not dead. I am its messenger. I am not dead. I am its messenger.
Hardpoint confirmed. Hardpoint activated. Recon airborne. Eyes up. Contact at the hardpoint.
Ugh.
The enemy has taken the hardpoint. Hardpoint's under fire. Hardpoint's under fire. Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint confirmed. Hardpoint activated. We control the hardpoint. Enemy recon, spy in the skies. Hostiles are strafing us. Hardpoint's under fire.
Tossing a sticky bomb!
They got a care package en route. The enemy is taking the hardpoint. They're sending mortar shells. Pick up the slack. It's finished. Hostile recon in the air. Spies in the sky. Enemy flying bombing. The enemy is taking the hardpoint. Hardpoint confirmed.
I am not dead. I am its messenger.
Oh shit, I forgot that was my other weapon. Ah, god damn it.
Guns for glory. Hardpoint's under fire. Enemy death machine spotted. Enemy running recon. They got eyes in the sky. The enemy has taken the hardpoint.
Fire is too heavy!
Learn from this one and come back stronger. I have eyes
What
on
the
the enemy.
fuck? Why does he have like a Phantom of the Opera mask on?
That was close. For
Seems
what?
pretty dumb. Wait, yeah, it would be 42 years. Jesus. Fuck. Alright, which one is it?
Search and destroy.
That one.
Crush the objective. Plan ahead,
Yes.
plan to win. We have the bomb.
We have the bomb.
Planting the bomb.
Planting the bomb.
Bomb is planted.
Wait, is it over here? Yeah. Watch this fucking area.
This battle's ours, but the war still rages.
Holy shit, none of them got an elimination. Jesus. 3, 1,
Search
1.
and
We only
destroy.
got 5? Yeah. No, there's 6.
Demolish the objective.
How the
Use all your senses.
did the other
Sight,
guy die?
sound, touch, smell, and gun. The bomb is ours. They have me pinned down. We lost the bomb.
It's all over now.
We have the bomb.
There's no hiding from my aim.
There's one?
This battle's ours, but the war still rages. Search and destroy. Take the objective off the map. Take your time and remember to think. We're moving with the bomb.
There's no hiding from my aim.
Arming the bomb.
Oh shit, I got 69. Alright.
The bomb is ready. This battle's ours, but the war still rages. Search and destroy. Defend the objective. Plan ahead, plan to win. Enemy moving with the bomb.
So.
I can't get out!
Down to one. Look behind you, look behind you.
Enemy's got the bomb.
How
Search
did he
and
die?
destroy.
One-on-one.
Dig in and hold the objective. Time to get lean and mean. The enemy has the bomb.
There's no hiding from my aim. Sticky bomb out! It's all over now.
Bam, bitch!
Enemy moving with the bomb.
My scope sees everything.
I got one of them was hitting the other one and didn't.
B's got an enemy bomb on it.
The first time I died though. How many games we in? 4.
Deactivating the bomb.
Defuse, yeah.
Bomb disabled. This battle's ours, but the war still rages.
Dude, we're running this game. Well, not really me. I go. Oh, I have
Search
3.
and
Holy
destroy.
shit. All right. Maybe I'm helping.
Defend the objective. Take your time and remember to think. The enemy has the bomb. Recon flight mission deployed.
I run into that turtle. I only have 1 fucking shot.
My scope sees everything.
There's one. There's a turtle. Damn it.
This place
Yep, there's
reeks of
one guy
blanket.
there. There's another one to the left. Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Right there, right there. There's one. One more. One more. Oh, who's this dude? This dude's like rolling the game.
I see bad guys.
Enemies planted the bomb at B.
There you go. Careful, he's probably watching it. Obviously, you know that. There he is. Oh, it's a turtle. Throw a sticky bomb. Throw a sticky bomb.
Bastards are close. Can feel them.
Disabling
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bomb.
they're right there.
Ah!
Whoa! Holy shit! I thought for sure that guy was dead. Holy fuck! Nice! Holy shit! Nice! Like, he was trying to take out the fucking dude taking out the bomb. I thought that guy was dead for sure. Where? Yeah, I think it was that dude. Fuck yeah, I'm voting for that guy. That guy was fucking awesome. Fuck yeah, nice one, dude. Guess we're gonna push it to tomorrow. Oh shit. Oh shit, I'm fucking done. Fuck, I wanted to go to Dawsell's. Alright, what do I need here? 12 cooling, 850. Whoops. 12 cooling, 850 is what I'm on. Uh, 850 and Chariot S1 stock. SI, okay. So there's that. So I can change this back to sleight of hand, fully loaded. Slate compensator. Well, I can change this because I don't really need hip fire. Okay, maybe that. Yeah, so we'll go with that. Oh shit. Oh, it's polymer now. Lynch and accuracy. 2 accuracy. Or fuck it, we'll go with polymer. Oh shit, I missed something. Yeah, bitch. Let's go with the pink shit. Oh, look at that. All these are done. Oh, that's that. So, the other one I got. This one? Oh, hip fires. No. Oh, okay. So hip fires and that are done. Okay. And I got a fucking 5 kill in there. Or 2. I'm halfway done with 5 kills. Whoops. What was the one I missed? Oh, another. Holy shit. All the scopes. I got them all. All of them. No, what am I missing? Oh, another stock. So I need long range. What do I need? Yeah, another 27. 5 kills. I need 15. I need all of these, which is crouch or prone. Alright, so I'm going to slide everywhere. And then this, whatever that is. Cool. What's this need? 5 kills, long range, breath. 1 more level and I get weapon specific. Explosive. I'm gonna try it. Fuck it. Something staying on me, Humbug Bear. This kid. What do you do? Crouch. Alright.
Team deathmatch. Subdue all threats. Take your time and remember to think.
Revenge is sweet. My scope sees everything.
Oh.
I'm being watched.
My scope sees everything.
Almost
I
a
am
three
not-
play.
It's all over now. There's no hiding from my aim.
Friendly glide bomber incoming.
Out of my way. My scope sees everything. My scope sees everything. Always struggle when you can take two out at once. I am not death. I am its messenger. My scope.
Arg.
They tossed the sticky bomb. Watch it. There's no hiding from me. death. I am its messenger. Incoming grenade. What's the stick? This looks. That brings me back to life. I can't move. Fire is too heavy. There's no hiding.
Ah, fuck. I don't know, reload.
It's a bleeding embarrassment.
I'd love to say, oh, it was only 50. But that's what I've been using like all night.
There's no hiding from my aim. There's no hiding from my aim. There's no.
See to your wounds. Come back fighting fit.
Place of 19. Alright, that's not bad. Someone quit on the team? Oh, they won too. Fuck. Jesus. Oh, look at that. I did things. That was third, yeah, okay. Alright, I gotta quit. I gotta go to bed. Oh, she knows.